Hello, this is Marcello Bikecki, Chief Technology Officer with Straight Score. In today's video, we're going to cover a class purse and a yardage purse in ShoePro Cloud. Alright, let's discuss how a class purse works. Every single class is divided. So AA, A, B, C, and D. Of course, that can vary based off of your classification scheme. Then the top scores get paid out, and it depends on how it is defined. In this case, it's always going to be 3 places regardless of the class. So in AA, A, B, C, and D, we pay out 50% to the top score, 30% to the second score, and 20% to the third score. So the payoff is based off of the number of entries that are in that class. So for example, here we have 12 entries in AA class at $10, which is the fee to enter the option. In A class, we have 20 entries. B class, we have 5 entries. C class, we have 8 entries. D class, we have 4 entries. So that means that the top score would get paid $60, the second score $36, and the third $24 in AA class. Whereas in B class, the top score would get paid $25, the second highest score would get paid $15, and the lowest score would get paid $10. If there are any ties, this amount gets divided. So let's say, for example, in A class, we had 2 people shoot a 99. The top score gets $100, but we have 2 people who shot that top score, so they get $50 each. Now that's in a percentage system. In a high gun system, that works differently. However, I am not going to discuss that in this video. Let's now look at how to run a class purse from the options dashboard. If you are unfamiliar with the options dashboard, please watch the options dashboard video, link in the video description below. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and click on our class purse, and now it's going to ask us a few questions. Our entry fee is pre-populated, and it's going to want to know how we're going to round. As always, I typically like to round to the quarter. However, I'm going to leave it at rounding down to the nearest dime. If it is not a class purse, just a regular purse, sometimes you want to pay it off without any class separation. That is known as an open payoff. If that is the case, just select this box here. However, in today's video, we are not going to be running an open payoff. We are going to be paying off by class. So I'm going to leave this unchecked. So now that all of our settings look correct on this first screen, I'm going to click Continue. And then here we're taken to our Places screen. I can hover on any of the eye icons and see the number of people who are in each class. For example, AA has 14 entries, and A only has 2. Now, let's say that this is supposed to pay out 2 places. I would click in each box and adjust the number of entries to 2. However, when I get to D class, I cannot increase past 1 place. That is because I only have 1 entry. If I tried to increase the number of places, I would end up having a large breakage because there are not enough people to receive that money. You'll notice that C class is disabled, and that is because there is nobody in the option. And that is because there's nobody in this option in C class, which means that there is nobody to pay off. Alright, so now that my option is set up correctly, I'm going to click Continue. Verify my setup. The entry fee was $10. We are using a percentage-based payout system. We have no entries in A class. We have 14 entries in AA, and we're only paying out 2 of them. We're only paying out 2 entries in A class, same thing with B class, and then finally in D class I only have 1 entry, so we're essentially just refunding that person their money. Now I'm going to go ahead and click Run, and our option results are calculated for us. I can either click the print button, or I can click the arrow next to the print button to get the option to print without breakage. I would print this report and post it on the bulletin board. And then here we can see that one shooter with a 99 got paid $84, and a shooter with a 98 got paid $56. And we can see that for every single class on this sheet. We also can minimize the Summarize tab by clicking on Summary. And then we can go down to Shooters, and this will show us all of the shooters that won money. We can also print this report out just by clicking Print, or using the arrow icon to choose whether we would like to print that with or without breakage. And now here is the report that would get posted. It lists out all of our shooters and how much money they won from the option. Now let's look at how to run a yardage purse. It is the exact same thing as a class purse, but with yardage groups instead. I'm going to go ahead and click on the yardage purse. Our entry fee is $10, and we want to round down to the nearest dime. And it is not an open payoff, so I'm going to leave open payoff unchecked. Now I'm going to continue on to the next screen. Here I'm going to set up my yardage groups. I can add a new yardage group, or I can remove a yardage group and completely reconfigure this screen. However, I need to run it 18 to 21.5 yard lines, which is already set up, 22 to 24.5, which is correct, 25 to 27, which is also correct. In this case, it dictates 50, 30, 20 for the different yardage groups. However, due to low scores, management decided to change this to only be one place. So instead of adjusting the places here, I'm just going to leave them at one place. I can hover over the eye icon and see the number of entries. I can disable any yardage groups that I do not wish to run. However, how I have it set up is how I would like to run this option. So now I'm going to go ahead and click Continue. Here we can confirm our setup. We only are running one place for all three of these groups. And now I'm going to select Run. Here we can see that our option has ran successfully. I'm going to go ahead and click the Print button. And then, like normal, I'm going to print this report and post it on the bulletin board. Once again, if I want to just see the shooters in that option, I can just click on Summary, open the Shooters tab, and then click Print and see all of the shooters in our different yardage groups. And that's how easy it is to run a class purse or a yardage purse in Shoot Pro Cloud.
If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, or contact us via the club dashboard. Additional resources are available in the video description below. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to see when we post new tutorials, and hit the bell icon to get notified when we post new content. Thank you for watching.